Hi everyone, it's Sam from SiteMate. In this video, we're going to be looking at the SiteMate links feature, specifically what are single submission SiteMate links. These are links that allow anyone to submit a form into your Dashpivot account without needing a Dashpivot user login, and they can submit that form just once. So what we're going to do is head to the Dashpivot website, and within the template section, if we go to the links tab, you can see that we have two options. We've got single submission SiteMate links and ongoing submission SiteMate links. The key difference here relates to the volume of forms that can be submitted. So with single submission SiteMate links, we generate the link, send it to someone, they click that link, it opens the SiteMate app, they can submit the form, it populates through to your Dashpivot account, but then that person can't resubmit the form over and over and over again. So it works really well for things like inductions, check-ins, room completion sign-offs, remote toolbox talks, and incident reports. Whereas with the ongoing submission SiteMate links, those are suited to processes where you need the person to be submitting forms on a regular basis. Things like pre-starts, things like timesheets, JSAs, take fives, that sort of thing. The things where they're doing them, daily or every few days. So with the single submission SiteMate links, you can see here, these are the links that we have active at the moment. So there's one for an incident report and one for a room completion sign-off. I want to step through how we can create one of these links. So let's click this green button to create one. We need to give it a name. I'm going to make one for an induction. So let's say it's called induction. And we do have an induction template already. So let's select that one and click generate link. It's been successful, and it shows us two options for distributing that link. The first is to simply just copy the link and send that to the relevant person either via email or via SMS. And when the person clicks on that link on their smartphone, it's going to prompt them to install the SiteMate app. They're going to gain access to submit that induction. The alternative to that is to download a QR code poster, and I'll show you what that looks like. Essentially, what this does is gives us a poster that we can print out and stick on the walls around our site or on a machine or something like that. And when someone arrives at our site, they can scan with their smartphone or tablet, they can scan that QR code and gain access to submit that induction. So in this case, let's open it up. You can see here, it'll have your logo up the top. It's got the link name. It says single submission. And then it's got a huge QR code which we can scan with our phone, some instructions on what to do, information about the app stores, and then details about where exactly in Dashpivot this induction form would get submitted to, which is the folder that we had created the link within. So let's now take a look at how someone can submit this single submission induction into Dashpivot. So let's switch over to the phone, and let's say I've arrived on the site, and I'm going to open up the camera. And I'm going to scan that QR code really quickly, switch back, and it opens up the browser. You can see it's for the induction, it's the single submission. It gives us a link which we need to copy, and we need to install the SiteMate app. I've already got it installed, so I can just click open. It opens up the SiteMate app, and in the form section, I'm going to click add forms, paste in that link that we just copied, click submit, and it says it's been added successfully. So we can see it here. It's this one called induction, and it's labeled under single submission. So we know that as soon as we fill it out and submit the form, we're not going to be able to submit another one. It's only once. It's a single submission. So let's open it up, put in the date. There's next of kin, all that stuff, emergency contacts. I can upload pictures of my licenses or VOCs or competencies, that type of thing. Then we've got a signature field at the bottom, which I'm going to click on, put my signature on there, and click the submit button up the top. When I click submit, it's going to send that back into the Dashpivot account, and it shows me that it has been successfully submitted, which is great. And if we go back to the form section, it's gone. So we can't submit another induction. We've already submitted it into Dashpivot. So if we go back onto the Dashpivot website and go to the templates section and go to induction, we can see this is the induction form that we just submitted. It's got the details that we put in there, which wasn't all that much, but it's got our signature and everything in here. So it's been received into Dashpivot. So that wraps up this video about the single submission SiteMate links. I hope that they'll be useful for you and your team. If you get stuck or have a question, feel free to reach out to our live chat team via the website. You can also access other video tutorials covering off the different use cases for those single submissions, things like inductions, site check-ins, completion sign-offs, toolbox talks, and incident and near-miss reports. So feel free to check those out in our video tutorials section. There's also other stuff about other features that we have in Dashpivot generally. So that wraps up this video. Thanks for watching.